morning. Welcome back to the laboratory demonstration session in the course Engineering Metrology. So, the next instrument I have picked here is gear vernier. This gear vernier is very similar to the vernier caliper. So, the difference is that it is having two scales. One is the vertical scale, another is the horizontal scale. Okay. So, we have the main scale and vernier scale, both the scales here, and we have two jaws here. So, we can see that there are two jaws, and the jaw that is connected to the vertical plane, scale is having a plate attached to it. This is plate attached to it. The purpose of this plate is that when we try to measure the dimensions of the gear, this will lock towards the outer diameter of the gear. Okay, we will just show you right now. And there is another horizontal scale. When I close the horizontal scale, you can see that there is a slot here in the horizontal scale, and this plate can move inside this slot. Okay, this plate can move inside this slot. So, this is horizontal scale, this is vertical scale. So, the vertical jaw, I can say the horizontal jaw, however, this is caliper only. So, you can see that this distance or the distance of the plate from the tip of this jaw, this is about 1 mm. This distance is about 1 mm. Okay, there is a small distance here. This 1 mm is already calibrated in the instrument. If I close it here, you can see that 0 here is coinciding with not 0, but first reading, that is 1 mm. This 0 is coinciding with the first reading, not the 0. Okay. So, this is the adjustment that is made to adjust this length. So, this is coinciding with the first reading here. However, if I remove my horizontal scale, it can extend further. So, if I touch it with a surface plate, if I touch it here completely, then lock my screws, now we can see that this is exactly flat, and here the 0 is coinciding with the 0. Okay. But our purpose is to measure the feature of a gear, okay, exactly gear tooth. So, when I insert it, so this 1 mm adjustment is here. Now, to find the least count, you can see that there are 25 divisions on the vernier scale. And also it is interesting to note that on the main scale between 0 and 1, there are actually 4 divisions. In general, we have 5 divisions between 0 and 1, but here we have 4 divisions, 1, 2, 3 and 4th, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So, you can see that the last reading is coinciding with 6.1. Actually, this 0.1 is the adjustment here. So, actually coinciding, it has to actually coincide with the 6th reading. So, 6th into 4, 24, and these are 25. So, I can calculate the least count of vernier caliper. We can see that 25 vernier scale divisions is equal to 24 main scale divisions, which means 1 vernier scale division is equal to 24 by 25 main scale divisions. Therefore, least count, which is equal to 1 main scale division minus 1 vernier scale division, which is equal to 1 main scale division minus 24 by 25 main scale divisions, which is equal to 1 minus 24 by 25 main scale divisions, which is equal to 1 by 25 main scale divisions, which is equal to 0.04 mm. This is our least count. So, we can see that on both the scales, on the vertical and the horizontal scales, on both the sides, we have similar types of vernier scales, similar types of divisions. The only difference in the vertical scale was that the first division was not coinciding. So, it was an adjustment to make this plate enter into the horizontal scale. So, we have got the least count. Now, I have got a gear here. This is a gear which is having outer dia that we have. This is actually a gear that is manufactured in our manufacturing science lab in the IIT Kanpur only. It is actually manufactured on a milling machine using the indexing attachment. The number of teeth is equal to 36. Outer dia is equal to 57 mm. So, as we know the gear terminology, if this is a gear tooth, okay, this is our inner dia. If this is a center, okay, let me consider this as a center. This is inner dia, and this complete, or from here to here, this is outer dia, and in between here we have pitch circle diameter. So, pitch circle diameter is the diameter of the rollers which would rotate in a similar way as the gear rotates. So, it is actually a dia where the mean dia of the contact between the two meshing gears. So, we need to check the depth or the thickness here, this value thickness T at the pitch circle diameter. So, for that purpose we can use this gear vernier. So, first I need to see what is the value of addendum. Okay, let me see first what is the value of addendum. This length is actually addendum. Okay, this is taught before, this is dedendum. So, the value of dedendum would be outer dia minus pitch circle diameter. So, the pitch circle diameter of this gear is 52.52 mm. So, that means if we need to calculate the addendum, addendum is the difference of outer dia to pitch circle dia, and it is half of it actually, because this is the diameter, and addendum, this if we see, if I put a center here, this is the radius. Okay, addendum will be the point from center to radius, this distance would be the radius distance. So, if I put addendum as A, addendum is equal to 57, or I will put the formula first. It is outer dia minus pitch circle dia divided by 2, which is equal to 57 minus 52.52 by 2. Okay, this comes down to 4.48 by 2, which is equal to 2.24. Now, we know the value of addendum, and now we can fix the vertical scale to this location. So, at the depth of 2.24 from the outer dia, I will try to see the thickness of the gear tooth. So, first what I will do, I'll try to fix this height. Actually, you know, this can be inserted here. This can be inserted here. Okay. So, we need to see the thickness at the pitch circle diameter, which is the major diameter, and whatever wear tear happens to the gear is generally the pitch circle diameter has bears the maximum wear. Okay. So, first I will fix my vertical scale to 2.24. So, 1 mm is already there. Okay. So, I will try to take it a little forward than the second reading, and for 2.24, now this is 2.24, this is 2 plus 0.24, this is equal to 2 plus 0.24 by the least count 0.04, this is equal to 2 plus, okay, actually this is main scale reading, this is main scale division, I would say, this is vernier scale division. So, second division of the main scale and sixth division, I will put second, sixth division of the vernier scale. So, sixth division after the second division of the main scale has to coincide. So, I will take it a little forward from the second division. After that, sixth division, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sixth division has to coincide. So, it has to be a little fine adjustment. I will take it closer to the sixth division, lock this fine adjustment screw clamp. So, using fine adjustment screw, I will try to match the sixth reading. Yeah, okay, lock it. So, almost perfect. So, now this height is 2.24, which is the length of addendum, and when I insert my gear vernier to my gear, it will reach the pitch circle diameter. Okay. Now, I would like to see the thickness here. First is the sample selection. I like to select a few teeths, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let me say I select 5 or 6 teeth which are at a equidistant apart. Okay, I have marked them with chalk here. This 6 teeth I will select. This is the selection of the teeth. Also, along the axial direction, this was along the radial direction. Along the axial direction, I will take more than one reading, 1, 2, 3, maybe 3 readings per gear. So, let me try to take this reading on this first tooth here. So, I will take it forward, it is almost locked, lock the clamping screw with fine adjustment, apply appropriate force, not very large force, not very large force and not very loose, apply appropriate force so that it touches properly. Okay, it has touched properly. Now, I lock this thing and note the reading. So, we can see that after I had locked both the screws here. So, we can see that it has exceeded the 4th reading of the main scale. This one reading of the main scale is actually 1 mm. Okay. After exceeding the 4th reading, what reading of the vernier scale is coinciding with the main scale, I need to see. So, the 16th reading 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 16th reading, sorry, it is exceeding 3rd reading here on the main scale. After 3rd reading, the 16th reading, because there were only 4 divisions, okay, there are only 4 divisions, it is exceeding the 3rd reading here. So, after 3rd, 16th reading is coinciding here, So, the value of the thickness of the tooth is tooth thickness. Okay, I'll pick teeth 1, tooth 1, tooth 2, tooth 3, tooth 4 and tooth 5, reading number 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so the first reading for the first tooth is I'll do the calculations here. It is actually 3 in the main scale reading plus 16 into 0.04. This is equal to 3 plus 16 4 the 0.64 is equal to 3.64. So this reading is 3.64. Similarly, I can pick the same tooth and take the reading at the center. Let me loosen these clamps. Okay, loosened it. Again the same principle, I will touch it with the fixed scale first and tighten the fine adjustment screw clamp. Using fine adjustment screw, apply the moderate pressure here. Okay, actually it has to be kept properly like this, not in hand. The best way to do it is to lock it in a press vise or in a machine vise. When we lock it in a machine vise, it wouldn't move. So we'll do it like this. I lock it, locking it, checking the reading again. You can see that it is again exceeding the third reading, but this reading, the sensitivity towards the second place of decimal or towards the might vary. So let me see, avoiding parallax error, the reading that is coinciding is, wow, it is 15th reading. 15th reading is coinciding of the vernier scale with the main scale. So let me note down this value. For the 15th reading, this value would come to equal to 3.60. Okay, and 5. Okay, I have put the numbers here 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, so as I do not mix the teeth in the further observations. So I am just checking the first teeth. I have checked it at one point, okay, at this end, at the center, and I will try to check it at the third point. For the third point, again I will loosen the screws, open my caliper and touch the, this is kind of a fixed jaw now, touch the fixed jaw, take it this further, okay, take this further, then lock this, then apply appropriate force, then lock this screw. Okay, now the screws are locked. Now let us check the reading again. So it has again exceeded the third point, third division on the main scale. Now let me see which is the coinciding point here. Wow, again the 15th reading is coinciding. We need to see both the scales here. The 15th reading of the vernier scale is coinciding with the reading of the main scale. Okay, the 15th reading is coinciding. Okay, this is actually a close observation. You can wear some spectacles if you like, because there are, if you can also use some lens, magnifying lens to see this. So 15th reading is coinciding. So it is interesting to note that the readings are quite close here. So for the 15th reading again, this value is 3.60. So this average 3.64 plus 3.64, 3.60, this average comes down to about 3.61. Okay, this is average, you can call it group average. Now I will just take a small break and make other calculations, do other readings and just note down here. Then we will see that how is the gear behaving. so I have saved some of your time and taking the readings from 5 teeth here and 3 observations, each tooth is taken. So you can see that, okay, in the second tooth 3.62, 3.60, 3.62, in the third tooth 3.58, 3.64, 3.60. So we can see the observations. Okay, the fifth tooth is a little outlier. Okay, we can see if I calculate the average here, its average would be close to 3.57 for the fifth tooth. Okay, for the second tooth it would be close to 3.62 only. This is actually 3.56, close to that. And for the third one it will be close to 3.60. This will be close to 3.60 again. So based on this, I am not calculating the exact overall average. I can just say that the overall average or the mean is equal to, is close to 3.60. Okay. So based on this, the first thing is that 3.60 is my thickness of the tooth at the apical diameter. Okay. So this is the overall mean. Now what is the variation? I can see that the fifth tooth is a little deteriorated. So there is more wear and tear in the fifth tooth. Sometimes there is that there is some sometimes voice like tick 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 voice comes, and there is a knuckling. Also certain reasons for that might happen, but we can see that, okay, this is the weak point. Okay, tooth number 5 is the weak point, and if it further decreases, it can exceed the limit, exceed the acceptable limit, this value. So this is the use of vernier caliper. Also I think I can use the same data. I have generated a very beautiful data here. So I can use the same data in statistical calculations as well. So I can use the average, overall average. I have 5 groups, and we have this group size as well. This group size is 3 readings per group. I can use the same readings which we have generated. We have generated primary data here, and I will take this to the statistical analysis to find the group means, to find mean, median, mode, range, all those things we will tell you there. So this is the application of the gear vernier. We can actually, gear vernier is not essentially used while we manufacture the gears. It is used while inspection. When the machines are running and during inspection, we can see that which gear, if some of the gears is showing some play or some voice is coming. So we can just check that is the tooth deteriorated, is the wear and tear enough to replace that or not. For that, gear vernier can be applied. So the precautions and guidelines could be similar as we had before for the vernier caliper and for the other instruments, cleaning of the instruments, then placing the instruments properly, then pressure, then proper calibration, zero error, all those things had to be tested. So this was about the gear vernier. So I'll take a break here again, and we'll meet in the next part of the demonstration. We'll pick another instrument to discuss. Thank you.